Hey guys, what's up? Erin here from the Petite Planner, and today's video is my May plan with me in my bullet journal. I don't normally do these introduction videos like this, but I kind of wanted to show you guys what is going on. So if you see all these boxes and bags behind me, we are moving. Actually, by the time you see this video, we will have been moved in for about a week. We are actually moving tomorrow. Our U-Haul is here and we cannot wait. It's pretty exciting and also pretty stressful. But the real reason that I wanted to do this introduction video today was to share with you guys that I do have a sponsor for this month's Plan With Me video, and it is Green Roads. Green Roads is a CBD company out of Florida, and they have been so awesome to work with, and I've had such a cool experience with their products that I'm really excited to share it with you and show you how I'm incorporating them into today's video. But if you want to check them out, there is a link in the description, and there is also a coupon code for 15% off any of their products, your entire purchase. So be sure to check that out and follow them on Instagram, which you can find right here. And with that, we will jump right in to our video. All right, guys, so for May's theme, I went with this kind of retro technology kind of theme. I didn't do a ton of stuff, but I wanted to include some different technology from around the 90s era. A while back, I did a 90s themed weekly, and I really liked it. I liked the colors, although I didn't incorporate the 90s colors into this because they were just really bright, and it wasn't something that I wanted to look at every single day for an entire month. So I started off with your typical Polaroid camera, and then these really cool, very simple flowers. These flowers are super quick and easy to draw, but I love the way that they turned out. I took inspiration for all of the doodles in this from different things that I saw on Pinterest. So the flowers are similar to something that I had seen that had popped up from an Etsy shop design, and then some of the leaves were taken from some different journal spreads that I saw on Pinterest. So one of the ways I really like to do my inspiration and just kind of get ideas is I have a secret board on Pinterest, so you can label them secret so that nobody else sees them. And then you can pin things to them. So I pin things that I think that I may use in the future for theme ideas. And then the font that I'm using this month is just this very simple bubble font. And then I added a 3D background to it just to give it a little bit of depth. And I'm going with this purple and green color theme for this month, which I really ended up liking. I wasn't sure if the purples went together, but with the greens together, I think it tied together very nicely. And then I'm also using some grays as my neutral colors for this month. But back to the font, this is very simple. I didn't measure out any of the letters to make them exactly accurate. They're very doodly and very simple so that they aren't too complicated. I was actually, although this month took me a lot longer than some of my previous months, I really enjoyed it because there wasn't this pressure to make everything perfect, because it was still kind of a doodly theme that was supposed to have the feeling of being very natural. And so for my monthly, I did do spaces between each of my days this month, so they are boxes. And in the Nuna, I don't measure in the little boxes. I usually actually measure things out in either centimeters or inches. So I believe each one of these boxes is about an inch long and then an inch tall as well. And then I like to keep my weekend on the right hand page. So you have Monday through Friday on the left hand page, and then Saturday and Sunday on the right hand page. And for my header, I just did the same block letter but a bit bigger. And then as you can see on the right, what I did in pencil is an old school cassette tape. I thought it went well with the kind of 90s retro technology theme. And I've been using my calendar for an editorial calendar for my blog and for YouTube and a little bit of Instagram, and I usually do pretty good at the beginning of the month, and then as things get a little bit deeper into the month, I kind of lose focus. But I'm really hoping that with this theme, and just I love the way that this page turns out when it's all done, and I add a quote, that it will work out for me in May. and that I'll have enough room in each of those boxes, and they'll be separated enough that it'll make sense and it will flow. So similarly to what I did last month, those horizontal lines that you see on the right side page are for my social media growth. And so I did start a new blog and YouTube channel recently, because I've kind of wanted to talk more about things other than just journaling, and I really enjoy blogging, I enjoy YouTube, and I enjoy getting to talk to people on a very regular basis. So I started these, and so one of those is also for my second YouTube channel. So those are just kind of growth, and I just track them by the first day of the month and then every following Monday, and then I just write in my numbers to see kind of how much I'm growing, and it'll also give me an idea of how much I'm doing for the month, and how that's reflecting in my growth. Because so for this month with us moving and stuff, I've slacked a little on videos and blog content, so I like to see how that correlates with my growth and how my work actually reflects in my followers. So I have days 1, 6, 12, 20, and 27, and then a T for total. So here I'm just adding some more flowers, and then down in my goals section for my monthly goals, I added an old school like Nokia phone. If you had one of these phones, leave a thumbs up. Or if your parents had one of these phones and you remember them, leave a thumbs up, because now I don't even know that most younger kids even remember this style of phone. And if they saw it, they would probably think it's super ancient. I still think they're pretty cool. I used to play Snake on my friend's phone. I never had one because my parents didn't buy me a cell phone. But my friend had one, and we used to play the Snake game on it all the time, and it was super fun. At that time, that was the big thing with cell phone games, and that was as good as they got. So on the bottom left-hand page, I decided that it was kind of empty in comparison to everything else. So I had actually flipped the page at this point and started working on my second page, but then I came back and decided that I needed to add some more flowers and an inspiring quote for the month. So my inspiring quote for this month is, "Your life is as good as your mindset." And I believe that that is one of the most true quotes of all time. I am such a firm believer that if you go into things with a negative mindset, that you will find something that is negative and you will find things to be unhappy with. But if you go into it with a positive mindset, that you're likely to have a better outcome. So my habit tracker page this month is much like the two I've done for the past 2 months. Last month I used stickers, and then this month I just had this urge to want to draw them out. So they are Nintendo controllers, and this was a lot of drawing, but I found a way to kind of simplify it. So instead of drawing each one out individually, I did certain elements of each one and then just repeated it. So I did the top all kind of individually, and then I go around and create the outline of the Nintendo controller on all the others, and then fill in the details on each of them. So again, if you ever have played the original Nintendo, like the original Super Mario Brothers, and you know the pain of having to start over after going through certain levels and having to start all the way back at level 1, be sure to hit that like button so that I know that you have played one of the greatest games of all time. I think that video games are fun, but nothing quite compares to old school Nintendo. My only concern with these habit trackers for this month is that they are very small, and I am actually squeezing 11 habits into each. So every single portion of these is divided up into a habit. So the outer frame represents my daily workout, and then the left-hand portion of the controller represents if I did yoga. The directional pad will indicate if I drank enough water for the day, and then I also have habits for daily writing, my handstand practice, my splits practice, a no binge day, intimacy, if I went and spent time outside of my house because I'm notoriously bad at just sitting inside, if I tracked my calories, and if I meditated. Hopefully my meditation practice in May will be a lot better than that of April, because as of voicing over this video, I think I have 1, maybe 2 days of meditation, and I know how good meditation is for me, but I always make excuses as to things that are more important and higher priority tasks. And so I'm really trying with this to encompass it into my everyday life, because I do know how much it benefits me. So now we get into my newest spread, something I've never done before. It is going to be my CBD plus my stats tracker. So if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that I've done stats trackers where I track things like my sleep and my productivity. For this month, I am also including days that I am going to be taking CBD oil, CBD gummies, or the CBD tea, because I want to see how it actually affects my stress and my sleep, and if it affects my productivity, I'm not sure. So when I received my products from Green Roads, I knew that I had to try them before May because I received them quite some time before May, and there was enough that I thought that I could do it. So prior to having the pleasure with talking with Green Roads, I was unaware of how you actually are supposed to take CBD, and I was under the influence that you had to take it every single day. And that is not true. Now, if you need it every day, you can take it every day. There's absolutely no issue in doing so. But CBD works depending on the person and not the condition that you're trying to treat. So for me, I've never been diagnosed with anxiety or depression. I more struggle with general anxiety, day-to-day stuff, and a lot of stress from working at home and your normal financial issues. So things that a lot of people struggle with. And my reaction is typically to shut down and bottle it all in and just kind of isolate myself from everybody else. So I was hoping that this would kind of help me and it would lessen that stress of my day-to-day life on top of my work life. And so when they reached out and offered this to me, I was like, oh, this is a perfect time. We're moving, and there is nothing in the world that stresses me out more than picking up everything I own and moving it and thinking of all the changes that have to happen when you move, and especially when you have a family and children that go to school. So when I got it, I was super excited to try it, and I did, and I so far have been so impressed. It has helped me sleep better in the evenings, and when I take it, I can't describe the feeling. It's not like magical, instantaneous. I just feel happy. But it took away that constant feeling that something wasn't right or something was going to go wrong and the what ifs. And instead, it allowed me to really just focus on the present and what was going on currently. So I want to talk about the products just a little bit. So starting with the CBD oil, the oil you place under your tongue for about 30 seconds and then it absorbs into your body. It does kind of have a weird earthy taste, almost like steamed broccoli. And then the gummies are really good and they're super easy to get down, and they're each 10 milligrams per gummy. So depending on the dosage that you need will depend on how many gummies you need to take. And then the tea is CBD and chamomile. So it's amazing for before you go to sleep if you really want a good night's sleep or you've had a really stressful day and just need to go to bed relaxed and wake up refreshed. And the goal with all these products is to provide alternatives to other medications that some people have adverse effects to or that are almost toxic. So it's a natural replacement for things that were prescribed by Big Pharma. And I think that's really awesome. And it's something that I have been interested in for a long time. So I'm so excited I get to try it. And I'm really super excited that I get to try it with Green Roads because they are extracted from 100% industrial hemp with non-detectable THC. And then they take it a step further to eliminate the rest of the THC in the extraction process, leaving it 100% pure natural CBD. And on all of their, outside of their bottles of oil on the packaging, there is a QR code that you can scan and it will take you directly to the lab results for that batch, which I just think is really awesome. They're very transparent and want to make sure that you know that you are getting the best quality product. And I think that that's a really awesome move for a company to make. So I do briefly want to go over the key that I have in the bottom left-hand corner. And this is kind of to track different things regarding CBD and also my other things that are on here. So at the very top, I just created a diagonal through a box, and that'll be if I take CBD, so it'll be before and after, and so I can create a slash line so that I could fill it in with both our high, medium, and then low. So for high, I have the light purple color green, means medium, and then not filled in at all will mean low. And that can go for my sleep, my stress, and my productivity. And then next to, in the CBD box around the circle, if I take CBD that day, it will be marked with the brighter green color. And then I'm also going to signify if I took the tea, the oil, or the gummies with the letter corresponding to each. So this will just kind of give me a good idea of like if my stress was really high and then I took CBD and then I felt like my stress was really low, then I'll be able to actually see that. And if you guys want to follow my journey with this CBD, be sure to follow me on Instagram at the Petite Planner, because I will be posting updates throughout the month of May. And if you have any questions about it, if you're curious, if you have concerns, please do not hesitate to leave me comments down below, and if I can't answer them, I will reach out to the people from Green Roads, and I'm sure that they'd be happy to answer your questions. Now, if you want to check them out, remember that the link is down in the description, and if you use the code Petite Planner, all one word, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase. So my final page for the month of May is my gratitude log, and I'm kind of sticking with the same thing that I did last month, which I'm going to show you a clip of here shortly, and how I fill it in, because it's very open and it's very blank. This month I did decide to add some decoration just because I guess I was feeling pretty artsy this month based on watching my own video. I'm like, oh wow, this is a lot more artsy than I've done here recently. So I did add some flowers just to kind of go with a theme, and obviously the colors to stick with that. But I like to keep my gratitude log pretty simple and pretty open, just because certain days I have a lot to say and other days I just have something very brief that I'm very grateful for and that I just want to show in a specific way. So I've been focusing a lot on my lettering lately, and so that's what I've been doing in this space, which you're going to see right here. I just fill in each day. I just put in a new little circle for the day, and then I write in with hand lettering what I am grateful for that day. So this is my April page, and I did 2 days at once because I was doing the day before and then the day of. And that is just kind of how I do my gratitude log. And then that wraps up my May pages. I absolutely love the way this turned out. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.